Hello, elementary school students across America and on United States military bases around the world. It's time once again for Michael T. Mondak Reads. I'm the epidemist, Michael T. Mondak, and I'm back with you on this Thursday, reading one picture book virtually to you, your parents, your potential teachers for next school year. But I can't do it without a preview as to what I'll be reading, and here it is for this Thursday. I consider myself lucky that I have a best friend that I have known for the past 16 years. Some of your grown-ups who are watching might be thinking, Michael, once again you're making me feel old. I get that. And I'm sure you kids out there have best friends of your own. But what if another person said they were their best friend and you get upset? And it's up to your parents to tell you there's nothing wrong of having more friends than just your bestie. Well, Big Bird had to go through that as part of a storyline by Allison Davis and illustrated by David Prebena called Best Friends. Let's get started. Big Bird and Snuffy were best friends. They played together every morning at preschool. They played pretend with puppets. They played the piano. They solved puzzles. And they solved mysteries. And when it was time to play dress up, Snuffy and Big Bird always dressed the same. Howdy, partner, Big Bird would holler to his friend as he galloped by. Howdy, partner, Snuffy would drawl, tipping his 10-gallon hat. And when it was time to line up to go to the playground, they were partners then, too. And Big Bird and Snuffy always sat side by side for story time. And they traded snacks, and they traded secrets. One day, when everyone was lining up to go outside, Ernie ran to Snuffy and he said, Let's be partners. Okay, said Snuffy. But Big Bird had no partner. He had to go to the end of the line and be partners with Ethel, the teacher. Outside, Big Bird ran to push Snuffy on the swing, but Snuffy said, I don't need a push, Bird. Ernie is teaching me how to pump. Watch this. Snuffy stretched his legs out straight when he swung forward and bent his knees when he swung back. Hey, swing with us, Big Bird, said Ernie. But Big Bird didn't feel like swinging anymore. Big Bird looked around the playground. Everyone else was busy. There was no one to play with. Trudged back to the steps and sat down. And Big Bird didn't even hear Bert ask him if he wanted to play. At story time, Big Bird tried to sit next to Snuffy, but he couldn't. Ernie was already sitting on one side. Harry was on the other. Big Bird tried to scooch up close behind Snuffy, but he sat on Harry's finger by mistake. Ow! Harry cried. Big Bird deal here, said Ethel. Would you please sit back a little? Thank you. Big Bird felt like he was going to cry. Hi, Bird, said Snuffy as he sat down beside him at snack time. Trade you my crackers for your carrots. No thanks, said Big Bird. I'll trade you my apple for your crackers, Snuffy, said Ernie, lying beside them. Okay, said Ernie. Well, it was time to go home, and the grown-ups arrived. As Snuffy was leaving, Ernie ran up to with a picture he painted. Big Bird thought it was the most beautiful picture of Snuffy he had ever seen. That's because it had pretty orange flecks in it, just the way Snuffy's fur did. For Snuffy, from your friend Ernie, read Mrs. Snuffleupagus. Big Bird burst out the door, and Granny had to hurry to catch up with him. Wait for me, dearie, she said. Why, Big Bird? What's wrong? Big Bird leaned against her shoulder and cried and cried. Snuffy isn't my friend anymore, he sobbed. He's Ernie's friend. Then he told Granny everything that had happened. It's hard to share a friend, said Granny, but Snuffy can be your friend and Ernie's friend. Some things are more fun with three. Just depends. Honk, honk. Snuffy and his mother drove by and waved. Bye, Bird, called Snuffy. See you tomorrow, buddy. Granny looked over at Big Bird and smiled. The next day, Big Bird and Snuffy put on a puppet show. But this time they had someone to watch the show. When they went out to play, Ernie and Snuffy showed Big Bird how to pump. Whee! Yelled Big Bird. This is fun. Now it's story time. Big Bird sits on one side of Snuffy and Ernie sits on the other. And at snack time, Big Bird and Snuffy and Ernie all share. It's just as Granny said. Some things are more fun when there are 3 or 4 or more. It just depends. And that, boys and girls, concludes the story. Look for me again Friday, same time, same channel, and I will be waiting for you.